Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the White Villa. White Villa. Art Villa. White Villa is this old-timey country club all the way down the road from me there. Anyway, okay, I blew the intro again, and it doesn't matter, because it's just me. So, there you go. What do you got for us today, Manic Mark? High Anxiety Mark? Well, I got a nice stack of records to go through. Just make some room to work here. Okay, stories. I don't know. How was everybody's Christmas? Yeah, mine was pretty good. I got the Christmas wine here. Usually I get a bottle of wine and I set it aside and re-gift it. Because wine usually gives me a headache. It's probably the sulfurs or something in it, but I decided to open this one to have with a little dinner, and I feel perfectly fine. Matches my sweatshirt too. Got a box of Christmas cookies. Those are really good. Probably the most fabulous thing was my wife was real nice to me this year and surprised me with a pair of Bluetooth Bose headphones. I got a nice pair of Carmen Hardens, but I'm tethered to my computer, and these Bose, they're so comfortable and the sound's nice, and I can go all over the house and do things. Well, the turntable's spinning. That's just really, really nice. Now, I gave her an iPod Touch, so at the gym she could listen to stuff when she's on the treadmill thing. So, the treadmill, never been on one, and I decided to get on the treadmill. I've been on it 3 times now. The first time I got on it, and I ran for it's by default the belt thing goes for an hour and then it stops itself. You press a button and it makes you can get yourself. I decided, well, I'll do 3 miles for the first hour. Excuse me. Oh, that wine. Oh my God. So I've run 3 miles 1,000 times, way more than 1,000 times. Anyway. And I can run more than that now, so I didn't have any fear that I couldn't do it, other than because you're kind of running in place, so there's a balance, sort of a balance issue. I mean, just to get used to the machine. So and 3 miles for an hour is not very fast. Anyway, so because today my wife comes, she's next to me, and she's got the machine cranked up more than I do, and she's walking while I'm jogging, I'm running. She's doing the stride, so I should be going. I don't know. I have to say I was on the machine longer, okay, kind of to make up for the lack of speed apparently. Anyway, it was like 3.6 miles an hour. Anyway, finish your story. What was I talking about? The running. Okay, that's right. So I'm running, and it gets, and I thought I was going to I don't know, just push the buttons, and I was going to have to turn the thing off or something myself. I didn't know it was going to stop by itself, and it did in an hour, and that was fine. I was done. And okay, I felt fine. And I turned around to get off the thing, and I step off, and it's like, holy shit! I thought I was going to fall down. And there's like 2 or 3 people in there, and they kind of looked at me, and I went. And I turned around, I was holding onto the rail. You know, there's these railings. And I'm like, yeah, well, let's see, what can I do now, rather than fall down? And then people be like, but I'm fine, I'm just dizzy. So I just stood there for a second, and I thought, well, maybe I can make it over to the rag with the alcohol. They have a little spray bottle, you can wipe the machine off. If I do that, a few steps back, it'll give me some time, and I did that, took my time, and then I kind of walked through the machines and walked out of this, have like a kind of a hallway lap type thing where you can walk, and I walked, you know. But it was just the running in place. It made me weirdly dizzy. I don't get like that normally. If so, the next 2 times I just stood on the machine for a while. Wow. Maybe it's the backing up. I don't know what it is. And you get off and you feel your feet feel lighter. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird feeling. What other stories you got? I'll just sit back and think about it for a second. Oh man. Wine's so sour. Why does it have to be that sour? Okay. Should I go right to the records? I think that was the only story. Oh, what's the people behind me running. So I was running. The next day when I was running, there were people behind me, and they were just yapping and yapping and yapping the whole way through, which is really irritating. So now I'm like picking up like the ear. It didn't take long before I like started to find things to be irritated about, like people talking, people that sit on their phones on a machine. That's one. There was a guy doing that the other day. He was on this machine forever, like flipping through his phone. I'm like, what? What is going through your head? Other people like me who had to go around you, it was perfect, you know, it's like obvious that I went around your machine to use other machines just because you were flipping on the phone. Anyway. Oh, man. Oh. The exercise is great. Oh my God, I'm so sore. I'm tired. Anyway, okay, let's go on to the records. I'm going to hold up a really great record. This is a great record. There's no type on the cover anywhere. It's a cheesecake model that's showing her upstairs private parts through the negligee. Okay, but that's fun for a record. You don't normally see that, but here in the U.S. anyway, the Japanese produced a bunch of mood music albums with Western type models on them that were topless. They had a totally different set of social standards when it came to records, apparently. Roberto Rossini and his orchestra and chorus, it's mood music. It's on Somerset. That's what's so amazing. Somerset took a chance and did something like that. I don't have any idea where they would have sold the thing. All right. More cheesecake. Cheesecake on the top. Then we get into some other things. This is a terrific photograph. Belly Dancers music. Belly Dancers, the latest Vogue. It looks like a hand-tinted black and white photograph, but it's not. It's just a washed-out color photograph. So it's an interesting. I like the cover. Okay, go on. Machito, I found another Machito album. It's going to be Afro-Cuban jazz with flute to boot. It's a rough-looking cover, but I think the album's going to be fantastic. Might have to sample something from that. Feature a sample from that album. It's Spicy Songs for Cool Nights. Katie Lee. That's a great cover. There she is there. There she is there. Katie Lee. Oh, I think it's probably just orchestrated, boring waltz music. For those of you that think a waltz can never be boring, please accept my apologies. The cover's great. I bought it for the cover. That's a great cheesecake cover. How could a waltz be boring when the album cover features that model on the cover? My God, I can't. Here you go. Here's another great cover. Harlem Twist. Harlem Twist. There's the band on the back. It's great that there's a photograph of the band on the back. New England's R-Rat Orchestra. That should be fun. This is kind of an obscure album. Tear Rig Two-Seat Dinner in Buenos Aires. RCA. That's got to be a date on the back. 1954 RCA. Great cover. Chef Fields and his orchestra. Cocktail Dinner and Dancing. Now, see, that's... Look at the... She's all about the money, I think, you know. Anyway. And then it's Come Dance With Us. It's Greg Finley and his orchestra. Another terrific cover. Two beautiful models. The blonde's blue eyes. They both have blue eyes, but the blonde, you can really see her eyes are just outstanding. An outstanding color. Now, we're going to get into just some odds and ends I found today at Half Price Books. Changes John Williams. Most of the stuff I'm going to have no idea. Arrangements by Stanley Myers, produced by Stanley Myers. House of the Rising Sun. Good Morning Freedom. You know, jazz. It's going to be some kind of jazz deal. Lorindo Almadia. I love this guy's work. And this is 1978. This is a later album. But I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. 1978, recorded at Gold Star Studios, Los Angeles, California. Fred Simon, short story. 1984, got a couple of 80s albums, just happened to be there. Probably jazz piano. The Gary Burton Quintet, Dream So Real. Gary Burton looks like 80s to me. No, it's 76. Let's judge that cover. The Mel Torme album. California Suite. Mel Torme featured voice. Marty Payish, conductor and arranger. Recorded in 1957. Bethlehem Records, Cincinnati, Ohio. Basically, there's no tracks. It's just one continuous piece of music. I don't know. I think that's going to be interesting. Lorindo Almadia, another Lorindo Almadia and Bach, Ground, Blues, and Greens. That's going to be great. I know that's going to be great. George Shearing with the jazz guitarist, Jim Hall. Something they just put together on Concord Jazz. They could have come up with a better cover, but you know, there probably wasn't money for it. So there you go. That could be interesting. There's a whole series of records in this series. Music for this, music for that, in this case music of reading. Great cover. I might already have it, but I couldn't remember if I did, with a fairly clean cover. Charlie Bird, Sketches of Brazil. Pick that up. Charlie Bird, Sketches of Brazil. Frederick Hand's Jazz Antiqua. What's the date on that? 1984. That's the mid-80s album. That could be nice. Another Charlie Bird, Hip Trip. Charlie Bird, Hip Trip. Up, Up and Away, Barefoot in the Park. The Look of Love covers those. Looks like somebody playing the harp. 1983. It's going to be some kind of probably new age jazz. I don't know. Just a guess. Mil Torme, another Mil Torme album with a terrific cover. Conducted by Marty Paish. Oh God. Produced by Dave Pell. Touch of Your Lips. Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. That could be fun. Great cover. Chet Atkins in 3-dimensional. Another fun cover. RCA Victor. 1961. RCA Victor. Ray Martin and the Piccadilly Strings. Nice cover. Rainy Night in London. There's a photograph of Ray Martin. I'd never seen a photograph of him before, but that's what he looks like right there, Ray Martin. There's a Bud Shank album. I've got a number of his albums. I don't have this one. It happens to be a gatefold. It's on Word. It's a jazz label. Bud Shank. Windmills of Your Mind. Michael Legrand. Music. Plays the music and arrangements of Michael Legrand. That could be good. And another Lorinda Almeida album, this time with the Modern Jazz Quartet. That's probably going to be good. This was a fun find. I don't believe I have this one. I hope I don't. It's Marion McPartland, Bossa Nova and Soul. Also, another Marion McPartland album later in her career, 1974, I don't know how much later, recorded it, a solo concert, recorded it live. But anyway, it's autographed by her on the back. To Charles, best wishes. So that could be a lot of fun. That could be just an amazing amount of fun. It could be too much fun. It should be enough fun that I feel like opening another bottle of wine. This is creepy, sticky baby is still really in real horrible condition. I gotta find a place. Where could I find a place? Probably on the ground where they were sitting. She was sitting right next to the Christmas poop. It's a good place for you. Stay down there. Sing a song, Tim. Sing a Christmas song for us. It's not too late. Headless Tim.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun to show up, if you ride it all day.
That's right. I didn't hear one single rendition of Jingle Bells this year done by cats or dogs or people farting. I think I've just missed out on the holidays.